Nice. Thanks, Tana.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to go to Mama, but Mama too hot. Just sit in here.
Aircon, yeah.
Yeah. So what's interesting in the shop here recently?
Okay, this is round 2. Was talking with Mike. So hopefully my audio comes out clean.
And hopefully your neighbor is not doing dyno run.
This side.
Oh, this side? Okay.
He's a bike shop guy. He does dyno on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Don't know why today is Monday. He does dyno.
Wow. This orange still fresh. Nice.
Yeah, it's in the fridge. For some reason, they off the fridge. It's cold and nice.
Off the fridge?
I don't know why it's off.
So you see a couple of interesting cars out there.
What do we have now? So we have Albion's car, the F30, T280.
Nice.
It's one of those cases whereby, I don't know, okay, this is a topic. Okay, put topic here.
What's the topic?
Is it better to buy a car with PPI and the best you can buy for the budget? Or is it better to buy with PPI, the not good condition, but you know what the problem is, and do up the car? So one, let's say the car is worth 50k. Option 1, you can buy a car that is for 30 and spend 20k.
Yep.
Option B, you can buy a car that's 50 odd k, and you may end up doing repairs in the future because you don't know. As you say, you bought it, they say everything perfect. So 2 options.
I think if you ask me, either way is fine. But the PPI part to me is a non-negotiable. You should do the PPI.
Correct.
Because at the day, what you want is you want to know what you're getting into. Whether it is a buy and drive,
correct,
or is it a buy, fix and drive, you just need to know.
Correct. The PPI is given. All you must do PPI.
Yeah.
But the question is whether you got your PPI or whether the PPI is from a third party. Do you buy like what Tana buys and buy the worst condition possible for the lowest cost?
Yeah.
Say like buy a proper condition one, get checked out. Because I've seen people buying cars that are supposedly fantastic, service record, Auto Bavaria and all that, and still it comes up with big bills.
See, the thing is that, right? Like, for example, a lot of people, they buy cars, they look at mileage and all that. But sometimes, right, a low mileage cars come with other issues that you're not aware of. Can happen. And, you know, cars is something that you use daily, right? Wear and tear happen one ma. The owner can send his or her car to service at every interval.
Yep.
But in between intervals, things can develop without you knowing. So
what you're saying is, you're saying buy a car that is okay. If there's a leak, small leak or big leak, a leak is a leak.
Correct. Yes.
So it's the same cost.
Yeah.
Correct or not?
Correct.
So almost pointless buying the best condition you can get because it's still a leak. See, you can buy a car that's worth 50k.
Yeah.
Spend 120k.
Yeah.
Or buy a car that's 30k. Spend 20k. At least you know that you did it.
Yeah. So actually, if you frame it that way, right?
Because that's how it's coming to be day by day. I mean, the more I see cars, that's what I see. No matter how vigilant you are, there is wear and tear.
Yeah, correct. Given
like engine wear and tear. Yeah. So the engine wear and tear, I think whether you buy a bad condition, buy a used condition, like a really used car, or you buy a car that is not as used as much and proper service and whatever, I feel that the wear and tear stuff is imminent.
Correct.
You can't avoid valve cover leaks. You can't avoid gearbox leaks. You can't avoid paint seal on the gearbox out job. Suspension wear. You can't avoid that because do you want the car that is 80%, 70% okay with suspension or 100%? You know what I mean? It's questionable, you see.
Yeah.
So to me, I think coming to condition, wear and tear and all this stuff, whatever, I'd rather do a PPI.
Yeah.
I know the issues, but I'd rather pay the workshop to do the job.
Yeah.
Not because I have a workshop, do the job, opposed to buying a car that has been already done up.
Yeah.
But the only caveat here is interior. I'll buy a car that's looked after and good with proper interior more than a car that has got good mechanical overall for the right price. It's funny, right? For me, because you can always fix up mechanical. Mechanical can fix up, can make it brand new, can make it all that. It's only a question of money. Interior, yes, we got interior guys, can repair, whatever.
Different story, bro.
But it's a different story. It will never be as good as original perfect. On certain cars, it's a hunt. Thank God, like E39, you've done before.
Yeah.
Even F10 sometimes can also be a hunt.
Oh, yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Plastic trim parts here and there, whatever. But still can do. Send to decay, send to comfort, whatever, can do the interior part. Still not the same. Because the wear and tear shows in a lot of areas. Not just seats.
The door handle.
Everything small. It's like,
I think the PPI is really not so much about finding a car without problems. It's knowing what you're getting into.
Absolutely.
right?
Yep. Sure.
Because I think when you buy a used car, 80K, 100K, 120K mileage, there will be a lot of things that you need to replace somehow or other.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's really about knowing what is installed.
Yeah. So that's why I feel that given an option, minus the engine being kaput, minus the engine being like a bad case, I'm talking about normal wear and tear, like leaks here, leak there, whatever. I'd rather get a good discount on a car that people find fear in and you doing it up than versus a car that so-called advertised is good and you don't do a PPI and then later to find out what I call cargo issue.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I always like to point out one thing. Just because a car is advertised as low mileage doesn't mean it's a problem-free car, because low mileage come with other issues. For example, if a car is rarely driven, chances are fluids will go stale. The rubber parts.
I think got a bigger issue than that. I saw one E90 3 to 5 11 or 2 or 10, I forgot facelift he paid 40,000 ringgit for the car.
Oh wow.
Crazy, right?
When was this?
Few months back.
Okay.
So market price is about 20 odd K, I believe. 20K, whatever.
29, 30
30K is high
30K is on the high side 40K is a crazy premium okay.
Because it was maintained by like BMW and all the while and perfect and all that stuff, Came in, end up we did A to Z. Because the car wasn't driven enough for the problems to have evolved or to be noticed.
And also sometimes cars that they don't move enough, right? Rats can come in and dirty the engine bay one. I've seen those.
Yeah, that was common. But I said because it wasn't driven enough, you don't see the problem.
That was actually...
So I don't blame Auto Bavaria or BMW or Quill for not looking at those things, because why? There wasn't an issue to begin with.
Actually,
because the car wasn't driven.
That was the story of my E39, when I first bought it, right? That car was, I think, at least went through 3 or 4 years of extremely low usage. So when I got the car, after I took a few rounds, right, wow, all the rubber parts all have to change. All the suspension all that all have to all went, because it's not used enough, and some of the parts they just harden and
right.
And here's another very good example of low mileage. Right? Now that as a parent, I sort of can understand this kind of usage pattern. Cars used for the school run. Right? Normally, you all will stay within 5-10 kilometers of the school. Right?
Okay, I'm a bit further out.
Some families, right? They have this. They will have one car that sends. So imagine this car. Morning, drive the kids to school through traffic jam. Reach the school, engine haven't warm up, off. Kids go to school. Then after that you drive back. So the whole journey, engine haven't warmed up the temperature yet, and then by the time you reach home, off.
I mean, I think it warms up, I think there's also argument on that. How long to warm up engines? There's a whole argument on that. Some people say don't need to. Get the car and drive and go. I think our climate is hot enough that it warms up pretty quickly. But at the same time, I think the problem with school runs is that a lot of waiting.
Yes.
I think the waiting in the car kills the car more than the short distance. Warming up in Malaysia is not an issue at all. I think you get in the car, you start the car totally fine. It's the waiting. It's the waiting.
Because most people will wait in the car, aircon on. So the whole time, right, as the car is sitting there, right, the engine is sitting there in a stationary space. There's no airflow. So the heat is there, You know
what's funny though? I don't know whether it's true or not. Because I always, my cars, I got a few cars.
A few?
I go through a cycle. My cars all I pay on tax for 6 months.
Okay.
So now, what's the theme of this month? This quarter. This quarter, I will have 2.5 cars on, because like 6 months all in rotation, 3 months. So right now, with all tax, I've got my Everest, I've got my E39, my main cars I use. I've got my Boxster. What else got Rotex now? X5 now, all Rotex. And the car sold, by the way. Okay?
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, so when I use these cars, I use for school runs, I can see day by day, I can feel the vibration. The vibration is there. I'm very particular. Then I park the car for 3 months, 4 months. I use the car again. So smooth again. So I feel the rubber heals by itself almost.
So So all the because you have this cycle, right? Okay, whereby this you go this period, you actively use this car and then you cold storage it. So you may not really cold storage the car one.
I will use it, start the car, move around, but then that's when like every month, I will jumpstart the car. I go through the period of doing that. Once a week or once every 2 weeks I start the car. Like my average was like one point like almost a year I didn't use the car. But like active only nearby my housing area and stuff, But now active duty again. So yeah, it does go through cycles, But it makes it interesting because why? Then we like, okay, now the theme is all old school classic BMWs. At one point, like last week in my house, I had 3 large SUVs. I got my Everest, obviously. I got my X5, and then I bought a Touareg. So I did a photo in front of my house. 3 SUVs, all big ass SUVs.
Which Touareg?
The 3.6, the second gen.
Okay.
Second gen.
Okay.
So I did the picture. So I was like, wow. And when did I become a lover of big SUVs? So here's the photo.
Oh my god.
It's like a camouflage paint or whatever. So anyway, and yeah, large SUVs are nice. Large, powerful SUVs are nice. And the 3.6, I'm going to tell you what, people don't give enough credit. It drives engine is very rapid, very high revving engine.
It does have to serve the Cayenne.
Yeah, same engine the Cayenne, same engine in the Panamera.
Yeah, it can't be that underpowered.
People give it bad rap. But honestly, it's a revvy, powerful engine. Sounds good.
But what really surprised me was the time when you drove me around in your X5 with the 3.0. I was thinking, wow, this one base model X5. I was expecting it to feel a bit underpowered. That was happy way. Yeah. The M54 3.0.
But this engine is, the guy buying it, a good buy because this was, I think 2 years ago, it was, engine was replaced,
Engine was it?
The engine was replaced, It's a new engine. It's a healthy engine,
Okay.
But the 3.0 is healthy, is quite
punchy,
provided you have the proper gearbox and
final drive
in the car. Which is why like stock E39 is silky smooth, not punchy.
Yeah, I've driven E39s with the 3.0. It did not feel as fast as your X5. I was like,
correct. Yeah. Akib, right?
Who?
Akib, the tuner.
What about?
He drove the car. He's like, what the hell? He tuned, and I've been telling people all the while. Like for example, my E39. The engine came out of a Z4.
Yeah.
See, I got real data. Okay, now new tagline. Are all BM engines the same? M54, let's say, very popular engine. You got the E46, E39. You got your E38.
E38. No, E38 never had M54.
E65
had.
E65 had.
E38 had the 52 TU.
Had the M50 TU, which I think is the same. Mine is the same. Okay. And you can easily plant the engine there. So these are vastly used engines across the board. X5, Z4, crazy they all at the point in time.
Z4, X3,
X3, E60, they're the 2.2, the 2.5, 3.0.
E90 never had the M54. E90 didn't have.
Correct. So yeah, a big application.
Yeah.
The question is, are they all the same engine in the same capacity?
I always thought they were.
Yeah, I've driven back to back. I'm telling you, they're not. Because my Z4, the cam profile is way different. The X5, way different.
Yeah.
I had an E60 with a 3.0 MP4, way different. So yeah, BMW is secretive in that way. The same way they say, was it a video of M3 against, was it an RS3? No, against Porsche. They did a drag race.
Which M3? F30?
The F30 generation.
Okay.
It smoked Porsches. And the reason being is what's advertised isn't normally what is there in BMW. BMW always under
declares their horsepower.
Correct. Yeah. And they don't declare outright how the cars are tuned and they're done. And I think BM is more like a poor man manufacturer. Hear me out, because they have to make work what they have.
They maximize their resources.
Correct. So they're like, okay, I got to sell a Z4. You know what? To car here and there. Okay, I got this thing there. So they're real engineers. They make do what they have.
Yeah.
It's not like Mercedes, let's build an engine as 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and 2.4 and the same year itself. Why? Because we're Mercedes.
Yeah.
Mercedes doesn't do that.
Mercedes, sometimes their engine strategy, especially during the early 2000s, it doesn't make sense on it.
I've never in my life driven a Mercedes that I feel has the correct engine gearbox pairing, except for an AMG GT, because it's meant to be wild. Maybe the AMG cars, the E53, okay I can get it, whatever. But every other normal Mercedes, I find the engine pairing is not there. Where else every BMW, I can stand by the engine pairing. I can understand this market, this is what it does. I can understand why they did this. I can stand behind BMW and defend them.
That's an interesting point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's why like the cheapest 3 Series during E46 is what?
318.
318.
Yeah.
It's good.
Really? You're talking about the 1.9 or the Valvetronic?
I'm talking about the 1.9, even the Valvetronic also.
Yeah.
When you drive on a highway, it drives well, it grips well, it does nice speeds. The car is light. You notice that the 4-cylinder engine is more nimble.
Yeah, that's true.
The 6-cylinder.
Yeah.
So it's a different character car, but you can learn to enjoy it. It's a fun car to drive. Correct?
Yep.
Can I say the same about an old C200?
Yeah.
Okay, put a bigger engine. Does it drive well? No. Smaller engine, sluggish. Correct? So the BMW, okay, they give you a smaller engine, but you know what? Your weight is more towards the middle of the car.
Actually, I felt that was particularly true with the F30 318. Now, I know we always like to give shit about the 1.53 cylinder.
Yes.
Right? But I have to say, with the 3-cylinder, the front end of the F30 does feel more nimble.
Correct. I mean, all these cars, all the BMW cars were called when it's lesser 1-cylinder or lesser 2 cylinders, becomes the weight goes in the center and it's well balanced.
Because if you open the bonnet of the F30 318, you notice that the whole engine is behind the front axle.
Correct. But the power isn't there, you know. But that was a scam. To me, those cars are a scam. The 316, the 318 is a scam job from BMW. You know? But said that, it is still a sporty car that can drive.
Yes.
I can't say the same about Mercedes.
Yeah. F30, I would still recommend minimum 320. That one we cannot run.
Correct.
Yeah. But Mercedes, I remember my very first time driving the 205C class. I think after 2 corners, I was like, okay, man.
When I was buying my A6 hybrid, the 212 was one of the cars on my
consideration. Yeah.
My wife said you can't buy a BMW.
Oh, why?
Next segment.
So why did your wife say you can't buy a BMW?
You know how people say BMW drivers are all a-holes and whatever.
Yeah.
My wife has a preconceived notion that anyone who's Indian drives a BMW is a gangster. If you're Indian, dark skin, BMW, you're a gangster. Confirm, sure, police will pull you over. Sure, you'll get questioned. So I was banned after I got married to buy BMWs. I love BMWs, but I cannot buy because he said the stigma of BMW and Indian drivers, especially dark-skinned drivers, they're a gangster.
I never saw that stigma, but okay.
You know, but think about this. Guys who have BMWs, who modified BMWs like lowered stance and all that stuff, whatever. This fella from Klang, this fella from somewhere, has got that stigma to it, you know. Although I'm not the my car, but there's a stigma. So I was banned. I was banned from buying with my wife.
Okay, but you, as long as you don't put all the undercarriage lights, you're fine.
No, but mine was, I wasn't allowed. So I was driving the 212, Tesla 212, and it was a Japan spec 212, E250. I test drove. I couldn't test drive the BM. It wasn't allowed. I was like, oh, so sad. And I was happy to buy even an E60 actually. I don't mind, but not allowed. Then I was like, okay lah, too bad lah. I think I'm forced to drive a Mercedes lah. I was sad. I was like driving like, okay lah, this is what I got to buy lah, you know. Until she said, why don't you consider Audi?
Oh wow!
It's my wife who said, "How about Audi?" And I'm like, "Audi? I never thought about Audi before because she saw that." And I looking A6, wow, it's beautiful. Prices are good. I fell in love with the car. So it wasn't for the wife, I wouldn't have bought the Audi.
Wait, so which car was your first BMW?
My first BMW was the E36. Recently only. I mean, I've only been a BM guy very recently.
How did your wife approve you to buy the E36? Or you just bought it and sought forgiveness after that?
Oh, I told my oh, this one can make money. This is quite cheap to buy. So after the first 10 or 12 BM, you're like, okay, then I think I was like immune. I lost count how many BM I bought before. I bought 36. I bought 39s, 38s. 46 I had for a while. I didn't actually own it. I bought, I did up, and I sold, you know.
Yeah.
Got a good price. I didn't
E90,
actually,
of course.
I didn't enjoy driving the 46, you know.
Okay.
obviously.
You never had an E60?
I had.
Oh, you had?
I had 3.0.
Oh, the one that...
The dark blue.
Oh, okay.
I had that. I drove that for a while, couple of months. I just drove Hooven's E60 when he had one.
Yes.
And I did a video on that. That was fun. But the problem with E60 was I always found that suspension wasn't to my liking. A bit of a boat. It wasn't BMW-ish enough. The E39 was good. F10 was good. The E60 somehow felt a bit...
Really? That's not a common feedback I hear about E60.
I mean, at least proven one lah. My E60 was lowered, Bilstein, whatever, all round was like sharp, was good. Until 2 years back, I drove a manual E60. And then I was like, because when you drive manual, you get to truly sense the drivetrain or the chassis. As an automatic, I feel like you kind of muted from the whole chassis. You don't feel it. I drove manual, then I said, wow, actually, very light. The car is very light. Because depending what car you drive, it could be underpowered, could be post suspension, a lot of this and that, that all the 2.2s were like, like no power, 2.5 sometimes be soft because they're maintained. It's hard to find one in good condition anyway. But now I think I quite like it, except the plastics, but I wouldn't buy one.
Now is a good time for anybody who likes the E60 to buy. They are so cheap, way. So many are in the price in the teens, man. My God.
The only E60 that I drove that I like is Moonley's one.
That one's a 530, right?
530.
N52.
Correct. And that car is a low mileage car. One owner, well looked after. Interior is magnificent. You see the interior, wow, it's beautiful. I think E60s are beautiful for the interior. If you can find one a good interior, go for it.
Facebook Marketplace has been throwing me very nice looking examples of the E60 at.
I will buy one provided you can find one with a good interior. That's the only caveat. So everything else you got to do it.
Not difficult to find. In fact, from what I see in listings, it's easier to find an E60 with good interior than F10.
Yeah.
Then early batch F10 lah. We don't talk about the 2015.
Yeah, correct. So yeah, I mean E60. Next car I'm looking at maybe a F10.
We should
520D.
520. Good workhorse. I consider it a very, very good workhorse.
I'm thinking I need a diesel.
Actually, I've been having the same idea too. But where I stay, my house, the porch is a bit small for an F10 now. F30 is a...
F10 is way to go. F30 is too small. I think today the best value diesel BMW F10 lah. Closely followed by the X5 first generation.
Oh yeah. They had the 3.0D, right?
That's a good deal because if you imagine the same engine in a E60 costs a lot of money. Not cheap cars to buy.
Really?
Yeah, 3.0 diesel E60, 30K.
Oh, okay.
They've been double the price. Half the price you can get X5.
Okay.
15,000, correct?
Yeah.
F10, if you get the 535D.
Only got two in Malaysia.
If you get that one, it's 100,000 car.
Yeah, that one is the seller's.
Correct.
Yeah.
The 2.0 is still a 50,000 car.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, cheapest I saw also 48.
Correct. Then if you go to 7 Series?
730D.
So my point is, sometimes you got to look laterally and to see what can you get for the same drivetrain.
For me, the way I look at it is the kind of travel patterns that I have. A BMW diesel is not a bad idea as a workhorse.
I don't see any other diesel out there as reliable as BMW. Simply put,
and whether it's the N47 or the B47, you can't go wrong.
No, but think about it. What other diesel do you have in the market? No point buying a pickup diesel.
Yeah.
You know why? Why wouldn't I recommend buying a pickup diesel for daily use?
Too rough?
I mean, there are nice, smooth diesels.
Yeah, but what's your point?
My point is this. This is my logic. The torque curve, the power curve, the way the power is delivered on all these pickup trucks, they are meant to carry heavy loads.
Correct. Yeah.
They suffer without load. Without load, you are destroying the gearbox, you are destroying the car is not properly run through, the car not properly cleared out, the EGR is all congested, They're not designed to drive without load. Case in point, any Hilux you drive without load, handling is shit.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
So the whole premise of buying a 4x4 is you must carry load.
Correct.
Or you put something in the back, something you must do to modify the back to give it load, have a carrier, something must do. Because if not, the car will drive like dog poo, throw. The car will not have enough load onto the car. Correct? So the 4x4 is out of the question. If you want to get a 4x4, the only one I would recommend for daily use and you're not putting load to use like a car is a Triton. Because Triton's gearbox, I feel that it is designed, because it's designed all-wheel drive all the time.
You're talking about the 2.4 Myrite, is it? Or the older 2.5?
I'm talking about even quite a long while, the gearbox are all viscous coupling.
I know. Triton don't have that one,
Triton.
Pajero Sport have that.
Sorry, the new Triton.
Oh, but yeah, the newer Triton has that.
The new ones lah. Now old one no lah. The new ones lah.
The Mitsubishi. Yeah, Mitsubishi is the only one in the market that has the what they call Super Select.
So they have that. Okay. So those ones are meant like a Pajero to do daily.
Yeah.
When you go SUV, different story lah. But as a 4x4 pickup truck, whatever, that's meant to be a daily. That's meant to what you call, because it got the forces are being sent to all four wheels.
Yeah.
There's enough load on the car.
Correct.
It's being worked through perfectly fine for daily. Not the Hilux, not the
actually for road use, right?
And it's handled so well.
Road use, for me, Triton is the best.
Yeah.
Triton is the best among the pickups for road use.
For road use, correct.
For rough use, I would go with Hilux or D-Max.
Same here. I go for D-Max because I don't want to be mainstream with Hilux lah. I like left field always.
But coming back to passenger car diesels, what about Hyundai?
So we covered the 4x4.
Right.
So what other option that is there?
Sorento.
Hyundai is good, but it is not inspiring. Fantastic workhorse, reliable, gets you through whatever.
Yeah.
But isn't an inspiring drive.
Okay, I get that. Yes.
Isn't an inspiring power delivery. It's meant for efficiency, reliability, whatever. But as it is, I'm getting picked on by my cousins and my siblings for driving a diesel. You know? The last thing I want is to say, oh, you drive a Sorento, and diesel, like, oh, the safer choice, you know? So that's what I'm saying. Only the BMW lives up. The Mercedes are horrible. The Mercedes makes one of the worst diesels, in my opinion. I've seen so many diesel come here. Mercedes.
You're talking about the Blue Tech hybrid, or just the normal?
The normal one also.
Or the older CDIs.
CDS is like, I mean, you ask Boafeng, he's got one. Sorry, every big Merc owners who have a diesel, they curse their diesel.
Why? What are the issues that they face?
Everything gets clogged up. So into optimizer, into recirculation, fuel saving, all that. The car is just a pile of grease. You know, it's horrible. You know. So, but the BMs, you can do an engine delete, and the car is powerful, torquey. You can clean out everything. You can whack the car. You can do handbrake turns. You whack the car. It says thank you very much for pushing me. It will thank you for it. So I said, in Malaysia, I want a BM. I want a BM diesel so badly.
You know, now even the G30, right? There are a lot of parallel importers who brought in the Japan spec 523D.
Serious, but not cheap lah.
Yesterday I saw one just 129 2018 car unregistered.
I saw a guy commented on my channel. G30 diesel 535 manual.
What?
In Singapore.
G30
manual 535D in Singapore.
Oh wow!
Like why?
Wow.
Yeah,
did he share a link?
No, he has one.
Oh wow!
He has one. He's like, yeah, bro, I have one. Fantastic car. Like wow, I said.
Wow, interesting choice, man.
But yeah.
I mean, yeah, you barely use the ref range in Singapore, but hey, come to Malaysia and let it loose, man.
So I guess for him, because fuel is the same as petrol or diesel, manual, somewhat fuel saving, he's got probably one of the best fuel efficiency among any cars in the market.
You know, that brings me to an interesting point. You know, recently the whole diesel subsidy removal, make people panic about diesel cars, cause diesel cars to lose value. I think it's the whole. For me, I think the whole thing is silly, right?
Ask any diesel owners, are they upset or do they stop? Have they stop using it? They all say no.
No, I think if you look at it, right, on the long run, you're still gaining. Even if they float the price of diesel, diesel still makes sense.
Yeah.
Right, from a running cost perspective.
No spark plug, no ignition coil.
Longer intervals between refueling.
The piston itself is harder for the piston to fail because constantly lubricated by diesel.
Yeah.
Diesel is lubricant.
Yeah.
Nothing to go wrong.
But I always tell people also those who say, "Are your diesel price?" Don't worry. Later when they remove 195 subsidy, right, it will all equalize back. Right?
The only problem with diesel is you must use it. Every diesel I've seen coming in the shop here, the problem is it's underused and the whole car gets gunked up. Injector fails. Their cars pre-MCO was perfect. MCO cap, come back, car's gone. It's purely because the car has been set.
But I think we had this discussion before in one of the Monday night live shows where diesel, if really right, you don't drive it long enough and let the engine hit operating temperature, long term it's not good for the engine.
It's not so much about operating temperature. It's so much about the injector pushes out diesel.
Correct.
Diesel is not a fuel. That's the thing. Diesel isn't fuel, Diesel is actually lubricant.
Yeah.
You put diesel on the floor, you put light, it won't ignite. So if you don't drive enough, when you park the car, it's a colder diesel. So it doesn't clean the tip. And you need enough velocity out of the injectors for it to clean. So you need to have at least 50, 80 km per day. 50 km per day at least.
Wow. That's the typical daily work driving pattern for most people.
Yeah, but they got to use it lah.
You gotta use it.
But those who have diesel, they have another car.
Yeah.
They think it's a good idea to buy a diesel. They don't use it.
No lah. I mean, for me, if I buy a diesel car, I will use it as a workhorse because the efficiency, the effortlessness on day-to-day driving. That's the most attractive part of the diesel.
I feel more secure in the diesel lah.
In what way?
Like I drive the car, for the car to have, let's say you're doing a long distance driving,
Yeah.
Thailand,
Yeah.
10,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
Chances for a normal BMW or a Mercedes, whatever, you have a misfire is higher than diesel.
Yeah.
Diesel won't have misfire.
Impossible to misfire. No spark plug, what? Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you misfire somewhere,
Yeah.
because of MAF issue, I mean even MAF issue lah. For example, modern cars lah, it's MAF, ignition coil, your air fuel mixture is wrong because your oil sensor is faulty, the MAF is faulty, air filter clogged up, all. But with diesel, clogged up, it clean up, and keep on going, right? No? So there's lesser things to fail on diesel compared to a petrol.
Yeah.
So I gladly do how many km on a diesel, no issue. It will last.
Yeah.
And diesel, you can put the lowest grade, the highest grade, it will still burn.
The same.
Not the same, but it will still burn lah. It will still go on. You put a low quality fuel into a petrol car, the car can die.
The car suffers, yeah. And if you drive to Thailand, the Thailand's diesel is better than ours.
Yes.
Right. So if you drive to Thailand, you suddenly now become in an advantage.
Yeah. So if I do a trans, like to England or whatever, it could be a diesel.
Diesel will make the journey a lot easier, right? It's a lot easier to your car is a lot less sensitive to the fuel.
Imagine you're carrying loads of stuff, carrying your camping gear and all that stuff. Yeah, diesel.
Because right now for me, right, driving is not really so much about going, squeezing the 9/10s out of the car, but being able to sustain the movement with as few revs as possible.
For me, the more I drive these cars, because I got cars that are specialized, I cannot imagine driving my E39 red line all the while. I can't red line because why? I don't enjoy it. I drive comfortably and cruise along. But the moment I get into my Porsche, I will become mad horse and I'll do all that stuff. I'll get my E36, I'll do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree with you. I think when you mature up, you understand what the car is made for, and you
just drive the car for what it is.
You zone in lah.
You drive the car for what it is. Yeah.
Now looking forward this year, what car to buy?
What's in your mind?
I need a supercar lah.
What's in your mind?
At the very least, I want 911.
911 easy reach for you.
At the very least lah. Like lowest.
Okay, which 911?
Oh, I'm divided between the 996.2 C4S.
You drove one to
that, which is I think is one of the best looking 911s out there. I've been looking at this carefully. It's the only 911 that's modern enough, that's water cool, and looks air cool. The only one. Bobby's one lah. The only water cool Porsche that looks air cool and sexy.
996.2.
Do you C4S?
For the longest time,
only C4S, not C4, not C2S, only C4S.
Why is C4S so specific?
C4S has got the wider arch rear butt, and the light center. That's the only one. So only one model.
Okay, so here's the question, right? I think the 996 for the longest time has been the most underappreciated member of the 911 lineage.
Yep.
Do you think the 996 is seeing a revival of its? Seeing a revival of its.
Something I'm planning for this year lah. I'm planning to bring something for the 986, 996 and the older 997 models this year. I'm thinking of a project this year. If I do what I do, I think I will be able to revive the value in Malaysia. I think I'll be able to
mark his words.
I think I'll
mark
be able to
his
revive
words.
something I'll do which will blow your mind. And I didn't know you could do that. and then like,
Oh.
so like everybody want to buy 997.
What, are you going to do like a 996 Dhaka or something like that?
Wait like, see like, I think it's an untapped market lah,
Hmm.
But the prices of 996 and the 997
Oh, 997 prices come down already. Or is it 996 price?
180 to about 230 around there can get the C2 and the C, depending on what you get, like, I mean, it's close enough lah. It's not very far off.
Because I know for the longest time there's a gap between 996 and 997.
I mean, there is a gap.
There's a sizable gap.
Okay, I just
right, because I think I've had a lot of conversations with many enthusiasts, and a lot of them regard like the 997 as the sweet spot.
It is the faster, if you want a modern one.
Modern but still analog experience.
and can go fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fast. I mean, 997 is modern fast. You can keep up with. Okay, cheapest 997 now in the market. This can't be right.
What?
Are you serious?
What? Come, enlighten me.
Oh, this one is
No
modified
lah.
lah. Some modified lah. Oh, what a modification, huh? Holy cow.
Really?
160. The inside is a 997.
Okay.
The rear is a 991.
Oh my god.
Okay. And it's cheap. It's only 159. I wouldn't mind buy. And look at the interior, all white.
Walao. Hey, shit, can you WhatsApp this link to me?
Hey, I don't mind buying this actually. It's just so, I don't know, out there lah. And it's white interior.
What?
And it's an S. Wow. Okay. Okay, like see here. This is a 996. Same as Mobila. Okay.
Targa.
But it's a Targa. And
Wow.
but check out. This is not a C4S.
Yeah.
Look at the back. The buntut kecil. Okay. 178. Okay.
Same color.
Same. Okay. And then you go to this. This is a proper 997, 1199. So it's about there lah. About the same price lah. Negotiation is about the same price. Sub 200 can get. So do I buy this, or do I buy something that looks actually old school and embrace the old coolness with a? You see 996, cheapest the market. Go to high.
No.
90. Also 90.
Wow.
Same price.
Wow, 996s have appreciated, man.
Yeah, and then this is a C2S. See the back. So there are very few out there. So this is Bobby Sola.
Oh, this is a Cabrio, yeah.
Look at this, the back, the light.
Hey, was this the car you drove to Kuantan?
No, it's not. See, this is the one at the back. The lights are there, and look at the back. The hunch, the stance in the back is different. Look at this. This is a turbo. But even a turbo, different line, sorry, different intake line, no? Yeah. And then it goes up. 288 turbo. 288. Yeah. Guys, buy at 996. Honestly.
Now's the time to go in before they go up.
It's like, let's go 930s and all that was cheap. This was cheap. Now it's like crazy prices.
But 996 now is still the cheapest 911 you can buy, right?
996/997. About the same price. The same price. And 996 sounds way better. More analog.
Yeah.
Engine sound.
I just have this, I mean, my favorite generation is the 997, but I think what I'm seeing around me is there's a revival of interest in the 996.
There are two brand 997s.
What?
There are two brand 997s.
Yeah.
997 is the standard poster child picture for any enthusiast. Like me growing up, before I knew Porsche, when I was a young adult, my dream, I had a dream board. And the funny thing is, everything my dream board, I achieved.
Oh, nice.
Everything, yeah, everything.
Congrats.
I achieved.
What was in that board?
There was a house.
Okay.
This was back when I was in my mid-20s,
Okay.
There was a house, a set of money for retirement. There was a car. The car I put there was the yellow Boxster lah. The new Boxster that I have the car lah, no? I had, but thereafter, my wallpaper on my computer, even to today, was a 997. But the funny thing was, I didn't know what was 997 back then. So 205, I went online, I searched wallpaper, Porsche, I got this picture, I put it up as my wallpaper, 205, 207, something, and that was the car.
Nice.
Yeah, so, yeah, I must get it.
Look forward to to congratulate you when it comes.
I don't know lah, divided lah. Let's focus on business lah, no?
Oh yeah. Hey, but if you get that 997, it could be your business too also, right?
It's the lie that we tell ourselves. Let's be honest, lah. I can also do business without 997.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
If you can have one sports car, new segment.
Yeah.
You can have one segment, one sports car to own, lah, which is affordable enough. Let's say, I think 200,000 plus is affordable enough. You can somehow squeeze it, lah. One is a $200,000 car.
Yeah.
One is a $100,000 car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What would you buy in each category?
200,000. I think I would go for. I'll go for a 911, 987, right? 100,000 sports car also, Okay, the one that really tickles my fancy falls way below 100,000.
Okay.
E85 Z4.
But come on, if you have an option to buy a Lotus Elise and a Z4, you buy Z4.
Okay, I know the Elise is the
and a Z4.
Oh, Z4 for sure, man.
Okay, wrong example.
Z4 for
no
sure.
problem later. Let's say,
I mean,
Gran Turismo versus Z4. Come on.
Gran Turismo, Maserati.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose the Maserati ain't bad, but
there's a lot of money you can get because you're looking at cars that are potentially in the ones. Because 178, you still can get a 996.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can get a Boxster.
Correct.
Easily.
Yes.
You can get a 987 easy Boxster.
Yeah.
So would you Boxster or would you Z4? Cayman is sub 100 already.
Cayman sub 100 lah. Boxster. Okay. Boxster, if it's a 981, I will consider the Boxster. 81 and before lah. If it's 718, no.
No, 718 no, of course lah. But 100 or 1,000, not
100,000.
They can't get.
Yeah, I will consider a Boxster. Yes. Yeah.
So Z4 is like Z4 to me is 30-40K car. In my mind, Z4 is a 30-40K car. Z4 is a disposable thing, a car you can buy any point in time.
Yeah.
If you hunt around, I mean, I'm sure now you can find a Z4 for 40K, 45,000.
Full 3.0.
Yeah. It's Johor, right? Yeah, Johor.
This is the pre-facelift. Yeah, man, I really have a soft spot for this Z4.
It's a 40K car. You can buy it anytime. It just needs two things only: rear LSD and a manual gearbox. So it's all you need, and you could tapao all the BRZs and all that any day because day in day out. The BR compared to this, you put in a 3.0, put in a manual, put in a LSD. This car will tapao the BRZs every day lah.
Yeah.
Every day will tapao. So much lighter.
So much lighter, more power. More power. Yeah. So you got what? 250 horses.
I'm in the lookout for the worst conditions for every day. So I know because why? I've got a supercharger waiting for my engine.
Oh, that was the supercharger you took out from the E60, right?
Correct. So I got it for the M50. 3.0 engine is cheap to get. Gearbox lined up.
You know those superchargers, they are going for 8K to 10K per pop. Right?
What? They good for?
8 to 10K, right? Or even more.
What, to buy?
Yeah.
You know how much they are now?
Educate me, man.
Okay, I'll send you the link lah.
Or did I mean 8 to 10K USD?
Yeah.
Because there are people every time when I see all this, like, supercharged.
The twin screw is more, actually it's more. The twin screw ESS tuning M54 B30.
ESS one, not cheap one,
7,000 pounds.
Sing euro. Oh no, pounds.
Pounds.
What's the current exchange rate for pounds?
And this is what I got. Phantom 7,000 times 6, 42,000.
42,000. Shit, man. The supercharger is worth the price of the car, way.
Yeah. Anybody steal the car, they're like, oh, fatat lo.
Sell at half also wholesale.
You sell the engine, sell gearbox. This is an M killer. You put this manual gearbox, LSD, it will do drift like crazy. Yeah. Easily. It's a 400 horsepower easy. That's my dream build. My problem is I have everything except the car.
The car now seems like the easiest thing to find.
Yeah, but I want something that's really bad condition. I don't want to pay market price for the car.
Can't be that hard to find.
There are very few bad condition, rundown engine, gearbox need to be replaced. I don't want to screw up a running car.
Yeah. Don't.
I mean, I also got a sympathy. good conditions at Ford.
Yeah.
If the car is good in the market, I don't want to screw up, patch up, whatever. I don't want to be the guy who just because he got resources, he buys the cars and cut the car apart. I won't do that. If the car is bad condition, engine gone, gearbox gone, oh yes, please, I'll buy it.
Restore it, rescue it. Yeah. Don't butcher a running car. Don't butcher a running
You find a 2.2 Z4. They came in 2.2, right? If they came in a bad engine and gearbox is gone, fantastic. I'll buy that car. That car is worthy of that position. I'll definitely throw away the seats. I'll put some Recaros in.
New lease of life.
Very simple one. Recaro seats are cheap. You put it in, not cheap enough lah. Cheap enough, you put it in, the car will look good. Even bright seats or S-Cars, whatever, cheaper ones. Fantastic. That's my perfect one car for Tuge. That's it. If I buy that, that's my daily Tuge car. I won't drive any other car to go to Tuge's.
Wow, that's a bold declaration, man.
Boxster, leave aside, I don't want any. Because Boxsters and all that stuff are nice cars, but you take out, you're like, okay, I got to enjoy it. Oh, thank you. Good drive. It's fantastic. I didn't butcher it. Z4, go all out lah. Go all out. So buy one.
Yeah, man.
Find one.
Fine.
Actually, I bid one already.
Serious?
I bid one on auction.
Where?
It's in Kelantan. So we bid for that. So I will know the results probably in a month.
A month?
It's here, but so I'll know the results in a month time. It's a yellow option along. It's a yellow Z4. Let's see.
Is it the mustard yellow color?
It looks original lah. So I'm not sure whether
You never cease to amaze me.
if I get this will be pretty awesome.
Oh,
Here we are.
wow. Do you know what's the story of this car?
No, auction lah, custom auction. And it's a 2.5
M54.
Yeah, this would be perfect.
Yeah, man.
And whatever condition comes in, it doesn't matter.
Well, if the car had to sit through customs for this long, right, there are confirm a lot of things to fix already on. So when do you get your
Results I'll know in a month or so. This will be pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, man. That would be pretty awesomely cool.
Z4,
bro.
There's only one Z3 manual in Malaysia.
Is it a 1.9?
We did the conversion over here. It was a 1.9. We converted it to a 2.8 M42. So imagine a 2.8 in a Z3 manual. So we did the conversion, I know. Only one in Malaysia. We learned a lot lah.
What did you learn?
We learned that the gearbox just doesn't plug and play.
In what way?
Because the spacing and all that, the long shaft, all that, a lot of modifications we did, make it work. We learned that the Zs are always one gen rear behind for the rear final drive. So a Z3, although it's the same generation as a E36, the rear end is an E30.
Woo!
So it's playful lah. So Z4, the rear end is
E36.
Like E36, like there's always one generation behind, depending on the model you get, So they are a parts bin special. Very basic car. Build quality is not that good. The early ones, just put together, not much insulation, very raw, very easy to work on.
But like what you said, the part where, because you went from a 1.9 4-cylinder to a 2.8 6-cylinder, right? Yeah, the gearbox would not be plug and play on, because the different length of the engine. I think the position of the gearbox also is different, right? And also I think the bell housing may not match.
So we had to, because it's a manual gearbox. See, manual gearbox, how it works is, if you got, let's say the shifter, let's put shifter here. For a shifter here, this shifter goes down to the gearbox, and when you press up or down, whatever, there's a stick which goes and connects.
Yeah, correct.
And you press it kind of this way.
Yeah.
So you can always modify this length. So you have to modify the length,
The linkage, yeah.
So linkage wasn't like E36, like no other car. So it's a custom linkage that you got to design.
Oh, sure.
Top, bottom, and all that, And getting that right was actually quite difficult, The long shaft also cannot fit from any other car. So we had to custom cut the long shaft and set for balancing to make it work. So learn that. And then the meter basically was different because 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder, different meter. RPM is different.
Oh, okay.
TU is different. Harness is different.
Very different.
Very different. Yeah, the whole car actually different. A lot of it's a lot.
Actually, for that kind of conversion to work properly, right? You are probably actually better off buying a full half cut. Since they do have the 2.8 Z3, right? I believe they do.
Yeah, but those are also quite rare. I mean, I haven't seen any Z3 2.8 in Malaysia for sale. Any.
They also had the Z3M with the S54, right?
Yes.
Does Z3 ever come with the M54? I know Z4 started with M54 lah. Z3 no.
But yeah, it's so anybody out there. I mean, this is a cheap code. Like if you buy a Z4, I don't know why no one does this in Malaysia. In manual stop it, immediately you sell tomorrow, you could double your money because no one have done it, and we could do it, like,
Yeah.
So it's a easy money making idea.
Yeah. Like recently, like you just recently helped somebody convert a E39 528 to a manual, right? It was a straightforward plug and play job.
The gearbox, all that is plug and play, but we're trying to do something more. Like trying to do the switch for the clutch in start thing. If we don't get a switch, we'll just do a normal. Everybody out there, they do a bypass for the immobilizer. The EWS, you disable it because the car has got a system why you must clutch in the original.
Correct.
Go to the immobilizer, then allow you to start the car. So you got to go to program the box to accept to start without touching. That's all. Simple job. Everybody that does it, whether you want to or not. But yeah, manual BMs are,
especially in that era before the 8-speed, right? Before the 8-speed auto.
Like
when they were still NA 6-cylinders.
E60 that I drove, I told you about earlier, was a 2.2. My mind was blown.
Yeah, how good it was.
Yes, a 2.2,
Yeah, I know for a fact that there are quite a few 2.2 E60 manuals in Malaysia. Yeah, I've seen them listed. I also know that there is at least one 2.5 manual.
Yeah.
There's also at least one 10523i manual.
But the problem with
in Malaysia,
original manuals for E60 or at least E60 they're all the base spec.
Yes.
E60 manuals are base spec cars. Very nothing in the car whatsoever.
Yeah.
So you're better off, for me, better off buying a automatic converter manual. You get all the luxuries, more refined, better seats, better interior, soundproofing, sunroof, whatever it is, it's just a better car all around.
Or would you go the other way, get an original manual and convert a high-spec interior?
It's no longer original. You lose the money you paid for. Those buying an original manual, they want the original stuff. They don't want the M Sport. They don't want the M Sport kit. They want the original stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
So why are you buying something which you are keeping for somebody else? And what difference does it make to buy an original manual versus converting one? It's cheaper to buy an auto converter manual.
Manuals, they just have that price premium.
Manual originals price premium is only for how original it is. Nothing in the original manual drives differently than a converted manual. Nothing. Okay.
If the conversion is properly done,
Yeah. And final drive, all that, nothing. It isn't like a SMG versus torque converted gearbox, whatever. It's not the case. It is just there's no difference. There's no reason to pay. Like, for example, E36. E36 328 today, maybe hovering low teens. Basic one, 14K. Some higher, but let's say a okay one, 14,000. How much would a converted E36 manual be? 4K. So fair, because it takes for 10K to convert.
Yeah.
40,000 plus 10K, 24K. Yeah, I don't mind paying 21K for a converted E36. That's why.
Yeah.
Fair price. I can't do any cheaper. But original E36 manual is, let's say, 30 odd K. But can you sell that like tomorrow? It's not an M3. For correct? It's not a sought after model. It's just a manual E36.
Yeah.
Can you sell that immediately today or tomorrow for the price? Because would you pay 40 odd thousand, let's say 50K lah. Would you pay 50K for a mint condition E36 4-door sedan, 328? Or would you pay, let's say, add another 5K for a converted E36 coupe manual?
Okay, you put E36 coupe, that changes the equation.
So that is the equation,
Yeah.
right? You always buy a better car out there at the same price, and the coupe will always keep the value. So why would I want to buy a original manual for the higher premium price? It is different when you say a Porsche. A Porsche manual,
Yes.
in parts alone for the conversion, you're looking at 60,000 ringgit, at least about 10,000 pounds without shipping in parts. 10,000 pounds without shipping for parts for conversion. So how much will you pay for original manual Porsche, which are limited, by the way? You see, BMs are a lot of manuals out there.
Yeah.
To a point, you can order one you can get tomorrow. If you buy today on Lazada or you go somewhere, you can buy a manual conversion set easy. Can you go and buy a manual kit for a Porsche?
You can't.
You can't get. Correct. So it's worth at least 60K in parts. How much in labor? In bits. So today market price, a Cayman will sell for sub 100K first gen. 97. 100K let's say lah. How much did Alexis Cayman sold for?
No idea.
200,000. 1,000 more premium because there aren't any. It makes sense. Okay?
Wow.
997, okay, is 200,000 ringgit. Correct? The same 997 is sold for 350. Drop 50,000 difference. You know? But Porsche gets weird when it goes turbo. 718 manual and automatic, okay?
Yeah.
Same price. That's the one I don't understand. Because you know why? I think because why? If you wanted to, today, I can import in a 718 manual.
Yeah.
Because it is not limited.
There's still there's that perceived availability there.
Yeah, and it's cheaper to buy.
Mm.
It's cheaper to buy a manual 718 than a PDK to be imported inside. So the price now is same because it's cheaper.
And also with 718, right? The characteristics of the engine is better suited with the PDK anyways.
Correct. So on certain cars, I'm saying yes, manual, pay the difference because it's unique. Certain cars converted lah. Don't bother.
Yeah, agreed.
BMW convert manual. It's an NA.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you get a good workshop to do it, it's plug and play.
Yeah, it is so plug and play.
Yeah.
It's E90. E90. If you get a 335 manual, I wouldn't go for it. You see, I'll go for the PDK. Sorry, DSG. Because it's a turbo. It's meant to be that. Why would I pay more price for a manual?
I think with the 6-cylinder model, the NA 6 cylinders, yes, I think the manual will be a lot nicer. Yeah. I just saw one E90 320s manual LCI UK spec.
How much?
I think it's asking for high lah, the 40K thereabout.
I got one.
Yours is pre-facelift, right?
Pre-facelift.
How much will you sell that for?
It's a project car condition lah. The gearbox need to be rebuilt. Interior is bad. Suspension is bad. Teens.
Oh, that car I saw is it looks like a driving condition car lah.
And E90, unless you do up the shock suspension or whatever, it doesn't drive well as a manual. Unless you get like an M Sport, two-door coupe, whatever. How do I say it? Because when you're going straight, you're only shifting gears.
Yeah.
No difference. When you want to drop gear and turn and do all that stuff, you want better handling. So if you go like for F30, stock F30, manual, whatever, no fun.
All right, man.
Okay.
It's time to head home.
Okay, quite late.
Thank you for your time, Tana.
Likewise.
And see you in the next video.
Hey, today got show.
Yes.
Oh, tonight.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So drop your feedback in the comment section. Any topics that you would like Tana and me to address in a future episode, we'll tackle that. Right? Cheers.
Cheers, guys.